Hello again, friends. Welcome back to twitch.tv/TrooperBerry, and welcome back to more of the Long Dark and the Furry Then Silence tournament. Yeah, I'm back. I was away for a couple weeks on vacation, but now I'm back here. I'm back in my apartment, and I'm back here on the stream with you fine folks. And we are 35 days into this 50-day run. And we got some decisions to make. Because when we left off, we'd started to, go retrace our steps and then look at places where we'd already been hunting once, hoping for respawns. The bears have very conveniently respawned. The moose have not. We went through coastal. We went through DP. The bears were there, but neither moose we got last time was there. So here's what I want to do today. We're going to set out from coastal. We're going to make a beeline to Ash Canyon. We're going to check our moose and bear spawns there. We got very lucky in Ash Canyon. We got 2 moose spawns last time. If we get them, that'd be great, but I'm not expecting that. Then we'll cover Timberwolf. We'll check the moose that's by the log bridge. Excuse me. And then we'll get the bear that's near the wing, the one that's up on that narrow path, and then we'll see if we can get the one up by Deer Clearing, which we did not get last time. And then, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, we're going to go to Blackrock. I know, I'm as puzzled as you are, but we only have so many options. Okay, first question, waking up, why am I stinky? I'm stinky because I went to sleep with guts and saplings on me. Well, that was dumb. Why did I do that? Well, might as well fix that. Okay. Are we going to come back to those? Probably not, but again, it's the same reason we put down all those other saplings. Better to have and not need, than etc. and so forth. Okay, our woodright bow is at 49%. It has done yeoman's work for us. I think we might need to bite the bullet and... Oh no, we have a fresh crafted one right there. Okay. And the curator's rifle is as good as ever. Okay. I'm carrying around firewood, not entirely sure why. Oh, right. I think we'd come back. I think we just came in and then called it a night because I would not normally be doing that. Okay, we'll do a little preemptive weight management. Am I going to take all these? I'm not going to take all these stems with me, but considering where we're going, I might take most of them. Okay, probably can't do that just yet. Food-wise, we're a little on the water. We're very on the low side. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we know the firewood would be okay weight-wise. Do we want to make any more arrows before we go? What do we have? I've got 11 and then 1. That's probably going to break in 2 shots. Oh wait, we do have a large number of we should have a bunch of uh birch. Mountaineer. Yeah, we got a whole mess of both waiting for us at Mountaineers. Okay, and that's fine then. I'll tell you what. Here's what we do. Well, Drika, we might have to raid a toilet before we leave town, but that's okay. Yeah, because then we have to think of this as like we have 15 days to live, essentially. So, yeah, we don't really want to. Yeah, thinking in the long term is not really our bag. There we go. All of a sudden, we're very light and nimble. Hey, Goofy, welcome in, and thank you so much for the resub. 18 months, 18 years, almost as old as you are. But good to see you as always, Goofy. How goes it? How goes this semester so far? Um, and then yeah, the end of term is probably in sight. Or not, well, I mean, I guess the not the end of term because you go until January. Your semester goes until January, if I remember correctly. Actually, I'm going to take those with me. So yeah, if we need to, we can craft another bow at Mountaineers. Okay. Let me make sure I'm not leaving behind anything important. What do you mean? 3 times? Okay, that's enough. I'm planning on making 6 arrows while we're up at Mountaineers, so that's fine. Got lamp oil. Yeah, yeah. And we got sewing kits aplenty. Oh yeah. I should tend to that toque before we go. Drugs wise, we are okay. And oh yeah, Am I actually gonna? How far along are we in this? Yeah, we're 20 hours. We're probably not gonna finish that. Busy as usual. No class today though, because it rained. No class because it rained. Is that is that usual? I feel like you have most of your classes indoors. There we go. Okay, do I have leather? I do. Okay, so that's fine. That can wait. Okay, let's, assuming it's not a blizzard I hear outside, let's get moving. Oh, thank you, Goofy. Yeah, apparently this is it is my affiliate anniversary. Oh, there we go. Have ourselves a nice little moose steak. I feel. Oh, wait, they're over there by the house. Okay, that'll do it. Oh, thunderstorm. Ah, okay, that'll do it. Non-essential personnel should not have traveled. All right, well, I actually have not been in here. Huh, how about that? Well, let's not dilly dally. Let's just grab what we came for. That being the water. But yeah, it was what is it? 3? Yeah, 3 years now. Yeah, well, I started streaming in October of 2022, and then I think like yeah, 1 month to the day after starting, we hit the requirements for affiliate status. Thanks in large part to the fantastic Long Dark community. Holy heck, these folks were loaded. Okay, so that done. we are off to. Well, yeah, we'll go to the coal mine. We'll dash through PV. We'll pop through Timberwolf, and then we go on to Ash. Double back to Timberwolf, and then we go to Blackrock. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, so um, yeah, for those who missed where I was, I went off to. Well, initially I flew from Hong Kong to Manchester in the UK to be part of a conference there. Initially, I was going to go just as an attendee. I just go there for to see and hear. But then about a week after I secured tickets, I got an email saying, "Hey, would you be interested in giving a talk at one of our Fringe events?" That well, okay. Now, bear in mind, this was the last edition of this particular conference, so I imagine they were not short of applications for people who wanted to do that. So the fact that they decided to hand me one of a very small number of slots, I think there were three, four, like 15 or 16, something like that. Yes, and then this was a conference with like several hundred attendees. So now obviously they didn't all apply. At least I think they didn't. But still, I mean that was I was honored to be given that chance. And so, me being me, I, of course, freaked the hell out about it. And it consumed me for a month. Like, to the point where, okay, so I flew via Qatar Airways just because that was I think it was the best value and the best timing because I don't make enough money to have brand loyalty when it comes to airlines, you know? If you give me the best deal, and you're not asking me to do like truly wacky connections or say 19 20-hour layovers, yeah, you're probably going to get my business. But in this instance, it happened like you just I could fly into Manchester and then out of Dublin via Qatar, and no, like no muss no fuss. So that was that. But the weird thing was, I mean, there were a few weird things, but for starters, normally when I travel and I fly west, yeah, I do not have to deal with, excuse me, I don't have to deal with jet lag pretty much at all. I show up and I'm all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I can drop in straight away because I do not sleep on flights like ever. Whatever mutant gene allows people to do that, I don't have it. But usually, like when I fly west, you know, like I say to Europe or somewhere in the Middle East or what have you, I show up, I'm fine. I'm operational. It's on the way back when I fly east. That's when I struggle, and I get jet lag. I wake up at weird hours and I fall asleep at well hours that'd be weird for me. That'd be normal for some people. But on this trip, for whatever reason, I got hit with jet lag right away. Now it could have had something to do with basically being up for the equivalent of like 2 days. It's like my flight left at like 1 a.m. and that was after a full day of work. And then so I flew out of Hong Kong about 1 a.m. and then I would touch down in Manchester. It was like 1:30, 2 o'clock that same day. Obviously, with the travel and time zones in between, of course. But what my thinking was, okay, I got time. I'll go get myself a SIM card, get settled, do a couple rounds of practice for the talk, and then everything will be fine. I can in this maybe this year I'll even try to be sociable. I'll talk to people. So naturally, I fell asleep like almost immediately after getting to my hotel. Like I slept from until like 3 a.m. local time, which was not my intention. But as it turned out, maybe it was maybe it worked out, or maybe I just made the best of it because cause I think it was I woke up at 3, and then my speaking slot was at like 1 p.m. I think, or I mean, like that window started at 1. So basically, I spent the best part of 8 or 9 hours, other than like going down and getting breakfast. Basically, I spent that whole time in my hotel room practicing the talk, and the talk was only 10 minutes, and it was actually well, I had a 10-minute window. I had to finish inside those 10 minutes, and they were going to be ruthless in enforcing that time limit. And me being so, I should give some detail there. So, it was kind of a science a science and skepticism conference, and then my talk was on uh, you know getting people to write more persuasive letters to the editor and opinion pieces, because that's my day job, and I want to speak on what I know, and just and exhort people to, well, one, to get out and do the thing, but also remember, um, they have more expertise than they think they do. Because like my whole thing, and I complain about this at my day job, but we still have space to fill. But it's rare that we get a piece where someone actually includes an ethos statement. Okay, I gotta I gotta stop myself from just going right, like, actually doing the talk. But yeah, Goofy, I don't know if they have talked about like the elements of rhetoric in your courses, or like or the elements of persuasion, like logos, pathos, ethos, the rhetorical triangle. But basically, the ways to persuade someone. Logos is the appeal to logic, reason, using facts and figures. Pathos is the appeal to emotion. I mean, and they're both fine, but they're not exactly persuasive on their own. But my big thing is, you see so few pieces that include an ethos statement. And ethos is, it's a credibility. It's how you establish trust with your audience. Basically, why? Because again, we're in the year of our Lord 2025. We are awash in takes. Everyone's got opinions. Whether you're actually you're reading a news outlet or you're just on social media, there is opinion everywhere you turn. Opinion and punditry, but usually it's just folks popping off. it's rare that you see someone say, "Hey, this is my opinion. This is why I think you should listen to me, and why my voice is one that you should give credence to." So one of the things I urged people to do, in addition to doing the thing, writing letters to the editor, writing opinion pieces, is make explicit why the people who are reading this should listen to you. But the because I know a lot of people when they hear that, they're going to say, "Oh, I don't have any expertise. I'm not I don't have a fancy degree or decades of experience in a field." But here's the thing: you don't actually need that. And I mean, it helps, but it is not a prerequisite to being persuasive. Because as long as you can, because everyone, without exception, has unique experiences in their day-to-day life, and they can tell stories that no one else can tell. And as we have seen, stories can be incredibly persuasive because like you're putting a human face on, let's say like, you're like these facts and figures. You can give someone the statistics, but then you can also say, and here is a human example of that phenomenon at work, and that creates it creates a link in someone's mind between this kind of theoretical notion and then a real life person they can empathize with. All right, and I was okay. We're still in the business of killing here. We're not in the business of talks. Yep. But okay, so like here, like I'll give you an example. I'll give you the example I gave in the talk. So, like, say you're the parent of a child who is deathly allergic to eggs, and let's also say somewhere you live somewhere that doesn't really believe in the whole government regulation of business thing. And so, like, food labeling laws are pretty lax. That means that when you go out, basically when you leave your house and get something to eat, you're putting your child's life at risk. One stray sandwich, or even just like one thing that has a hint of mayo on it, could kill your kid. And how many people have to deal with that in their day-to-day lives? Probably not very many. And so that is your expertise. That is your, if you'll excuse the business school language, your unique value proposition. And that is something that you can, that is a story no one else can tell. And then you can use that if, say, you want to argue for stricter food labeling laws. And you can tell people who don't have that experience, like the additional burden the lack of regulation places on your family. All the close calls you've had. When Jim Bob up front said they see if they can rustle up in the kitchen. And now you don't just want to do that. You also want to include solid facts and figures that give your argument a good logical grounding. And I know like the skeptics and rationalists, they don't think much of the appeal to emotion, but hey, it's still persuasive. It's not a great argument on its own, but it still moves people. So if you use all three of those, I think you can make a much more persuasive case for whatever it is you're arguing. Because again, that's the whole point. Because you're not, I mean, I'm assuming here, like when you're taking the time and effort to write something, you're not doing it to show off how worldly and erudite you are. You know, you're not doing it to to excuse the old expression, to pwn your political opponents. Ah, boo. Thought that would have been a cheapie. Anyway, but yeah, so the whole idea is to not just say what you think, but then to get other people to think the same thing. So you use what the most effective approach to get people to agree with you, and to get them to see your position and see why it is the most reasonable one. Anyway, so that's like that's like the 2 minute distillation of what I spent the best part of a month sweating over. But anyway, yeah. So I got good grief. All right. So so I did. So I spent these several hours, and I hope I don't know how thin the walls of the hotel. I mean, it was a decent hotel. I mean, not like upscale or anything, but it was nice enough. So I hope the walls were thick enough to where, me going over and over the talk at an unholy hour, didn't wake anyone else up. But as these things go, I was all worked up and panicking and convinced I would be laughed out of the room because I'm unable, again, speak unable to take my own advice. I don't. I'm just a guy. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a researcher. I'm just speaking on my little narrow area of expertise. I was convinced people would not be convinced by me. It was fine. Actually, I had people come up. What is with the ptarmigans today? What is with my aim with the ptarmigans? Okay, that was only like 1%. It's fine. Anyway, but yeah, I think the talk went. I say mostly without a hitch. The only actual issue on the day was it was like the same. Usually when you do these talks, you have a little clicker, and then you click to go through your slides. The clicker kind of sabotaged me, and it scrolled through all my slides before I actually had the opportunity to. Or I basically spoiled all my slides ahead of time. But thankfully, it wasn't too big of an issue. It was fine. And then over that day, and then the next couple, I had several people come up and say how much they liked the talk, and most importantly, to me anyway, they said that they had never considered the that they even that they had like that kind of expertise, that they could speak on events from their lives and use them to be persuasive. And they said they were gonna go do. God, I'm locked in here. Hang on. Yeah, they were gonna go do they're gonna go write some pieces of their own. Hey, don't you walk away from me. I'm up to something here. There. Good grief. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Anyway, but yes, and that was honestly the whole point behind me doing what I did. I wanted more people to feel empowered, that they could, so if they felt they had something to say, that there was a way they could say that and be effective doing it. Well, there was a bird sapling there the whole time. Wow, I completely missed that. Oh well. Okay, let's. I think we're tired enough. Let's pop a quick coffee before we go up there. I know it's cold, but our girl's gonna be fine with it. But yeah, so that was the Friday, and then the schedule went after the event, like the Fringe event. There's a big mixer at the hotel bar, or at the bar in the hotel where the actual conference was going to take place. And like the 2 years I've gone previously, I skipped it because again, big social event. Lots of people I don't know. I just kind of took a pass. But this again being the last year, I wanted to make an effort to meet some folks, chat, maybe make a new friend or two. So naturally, after the Fringe event happened, that wrapped up about 4:35. Went back to the hotel, just was gonna decompress real quick. Fell right to sleep again. Woke up at 3 a.m. again. Part of that might have been jet lag. Part of it might have also been just releasing nerves from the talk and my amping myself up. So oops. And the conference itself was great. Lots of really neat speakers, um, including I actually got to chance to speak to a couple like the host of a couple podcasts I listened to for God more than 10 years now. One of them 15. They were there as well, so I had a chance to chat with them over the weekend as well. But as in like the community and the discussions there were a big part of the draw. Like the first day there was like I actually found a new podcast. I just it's called Fabulous Folklore, and the host is Icy Sedgwick. Could be your real name. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd never heard of it before. But it's a folklore, and the host, she was talking about like the Amityville horror, and then like the folklore around that. And hey, again, I love me some horror, so thought I'd jump in. It is interesting. Now it was a little disappointing at the start because like the host read straight from a script, and she was flying solo, but it felt kind of like rote, and it wasn't very it wasn't, how to put it, there wasn't a lot of life to it. But that was only the first bit. I think once she finished like her actually scripted bit, then she well she looked up from her laptop. That was a good start. But then she started talking with the audience who was there because this was a live recording. Talking with the audience, and then having some Q&A, and that's when it really picked up. And that I think it seemed like that was uh, maybe closer to like the usual quality of the show. But yeah, so the part where we're actually having discussions rather than just reading a script, that was a much better sales pitch for the show. So yeah, fabulous folklore. Okay, let's just take a peek in here real quick. I might go deal with that just because we know they're going to respawn real quick. Like, did I? I did. I did make extra water. Nice. Okay, and these are all cured. Ooh, let me do that as well. I'll leave these here. Actually, I'll leave the feathers here too. I'll leave those. There we go. Not that the feathers were exactly weighing us down, of course. Hey, Celentinia, good to see you. And thank you for the happy anniversary. The Twitch's stock message. I appreciate that. But good to see you. How are things? Oh, how did you like the Rivals event last night? Or last night? Yeah. Oh, are these any good? Sure. Chug, chug, chug. There we go. The classic Canadian dinner of drinking an entire bottle of maple syrup. As you do. It was such fun. I think I was lurking for like the last hour or so at work. And yeah, Siegel and Halion just did a fantastic job. Yeah, I got to see Zyru do some of his thing, and I was there for like V.me's last second. Basically, he got like finished the surface run on like with like 5 seconds to go. It was it it was the most tense I've been watching someone else play video games. It was great stuff. Phenomenal ground, yeah, and I found a couple new people to follow too, so that was nice. Oi, you with the face. Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, for those not familiar, Halion, friend of the channel, he basically he kind of hosted a big Twitch Rivals thing for Hades too. Yeah, well earlier today for me, yesterday for most folks in North America. Yeah, it was a big thing, like actual corporate sponsors and everything. Oh yeah, lots of close calls, lots of people dying. Yeah, Rivals 4 is not easy. Yeah, so the Hades 2, they had a bunch of people do basically kind of speed runs. Uh, one on the underworld route, and then another on the surface. I think they had like a certain window. Like they had to do 4 different runs. Excuse me, like I think about yeah the surface and underworld, with 4 different weapons. So obviously it took a while. So it was as much a feat of endurance as anything else. Webs beating Typhon with one. Yeah, it was crazy stuff. Lots of lots of high drama, and obviously in Foolish just absolutely dunking on everyone. I don't normally I don't like my knowledge of the Hades speedrunning community. Like if it doesn't touch the Halion verse, I'm not familiar with it. But man, there was some wild stuff happening. Okay, I do not see Bear Friend. Now, they could be very sneaky and then be waiting down here on the way to Echo Ravine, which would be big rude. Yeah. Geek put up Geek did very well. I think Zyru had reason to be proud of himself. It was really cool. Just not just seeing names I've heard, but actually seeing people I'd watched. And then some eager beavers said, "Hey, we should have something like that for the Halion chat." I mean, that you would probably get takers, but again, if someone was actually going to try to coordinate a thing, you probably have to scale it down because that. Ooh, hello. Those are bear tracks. There's a oh yeah. And again, I was yeah. Dan just right into laser bell drivers off, and I was mystified. There it is. Okay, how am I going to get out of this one? The answer is this way. Because I was wondering, because like sometimes I'll leave my computer on when I go to sleep, and I'll find out I've been taken on a raid train, and somehow I got a gift sub to someone called Laser Belch. It's like the hell kind of name is that? But yeah, they did very well for themselves, and he oh yeah, because like there were some people who I think was it well, I forget their name. They was a VTuber said they'd never beaten Rivals Typhon before. I just, they might not have even ever seen Rivals Typhon before, but they beat him. So yeah, some people who were like it wasn't just Hades pros; they were people who made comparatively fresh. Okay, okay, this is an extremely bad idea. But this is an extremely bad neighborhood in which to take this fight. And yet, for some reason, I decided to do it. Did I? Did I even hit? I don't think I hit. Yeah, yeah, beating rival stuff in your first go on a turn. I mean, and full credit to them because they made it work. Because yeah, I think I saw rivals Typhon exactly once, and that was enough for me. Okay, there you are, and there's my arrow. So that was very clearly a non-hit. Now, ooh, can I get up here? If I can get up here, we might be able to make this happen. Okay, game, let me have this. Game, I need this. I need this spiritually. It is not going to let me have this. Or is it? Yeah. Oh, buddy, what are you going to do? Oh, you going to come get me? Is that what you're going to do? You got Indian? Hey, Indian's always a good call, Goofy. Okay. But yeah, Saladini, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I don't know if I even properly welcomed you. Okay, so this bear's oh, geez. I gotta kill you now. Shit. A blizzard would start right now, wouldn't it? Okay, what's my bear kill count? Real quick. 18. I really don't want to move off this spot in case that bear still lives. But, it's kind of not a great place to be. I mean, that said, we are decently protected from the wind here. So maybe if we don't, as long as we don't zone out, maybe we'll be okay? Question mark? Because I really don't want to leave and lose this bear kill. We've already had that happen once. Okay, it's still 18. Anything else we can do? I mean, we can really, really flex and just read for an hour. Okay, and the wind changed. Huh, missed this. Ooh, quackers, nice. No, this is not the way. Okay, that's a little better. Yes, 19. Okay, let's go. Now I just gotta remember where. Okay, we are. All right, we're in Echo Ravine. Okay. Yeah, yeah. If you were to go to Ash Canyon, we'd be exposed all the way to the excuse me, the fishing hut. Let's not do that. Instead, we'll turn down this road. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think we came from this, so we want to basically go. There's the cave with Wi-Fi Willie up here. We'll pop in there. We'll ride out the storm, and then we'll go the rest of the way to Ash Canyon. Yeah, I've already lost one bear kill to leaving a zone before the bear bled out. Here we go. Hey Willie, how's the Wi-Fi? Yeah, you can see our man was not was a little he was prepared for life in the office, but not necessarily life in the wild. Is that hey Brady B? Thanks for that, and welcome in. Good to see you. How you been? It's been a little bit. Hope you're doing all right. I was just recounting the start of the vacation. They said the trip from here to Manchester was actually it went suspiciously well. Yeah, I didn't have any of the usual crying children or this or that delay. I mean, travel wise, it was actually fine. Here, let's see if we can we wait out the blizzard? You been good? Good, good. Glad to hear it. Okay, we did. That is the blizzard gone. I might just go ahead and go, because we are a little up against the clock. Although, here's the thing is, if there's a moose waiting for us in there, we won't be able to see the damn thing. That is true. Alright, fine. I'll treat Astrid like a normal person, let her sleep through the night. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, the trip was fine. And like I was saying, I worked myself into a lather over the talk itself. It ended up being just fine. Oh yeah, and if you're on the Discord, I put up I think there's a link to the VOD from the event. It was yeah, I think yeah, they're only affiliates like me, so it might be it was 2 weeks ago, so it might be gone if you haven't already seen it. But I'm told they'll put it up on their YouTube channel, so we can refer back to that later. Okay, that's just sleep. But yeah, I goes again. I got thanks to I think either nerves or jet lag or both. I woke up. Yeah, I basically I jet lag hit me on the way west, which is rare. So I was up at 3 a.m. and I thought, well, hell, if I'm up, I might as well practice my talk. And then as it went just fine. People said they liked it, said they were motivated by it, and that was the whole goal. The conference was great. Well, mostly, I mean, yeah, the hotel. Basically, the hotel in Manchester, they go with it by default because it's the only one that can accommodate the kind of crowds they get. Like the service is not ideal. The Wi-Fi is reliably bad, and for a conference with several hundred attendees plus a hotel of people, one of the elevators was it decided not to work the entire conference. So, although again, maybe well, I just took the stairs, so less convenient, but better for my health, arguably. Oh yeah, Brady B. It is the opinion piece one. Um, yeah, the one I just said. Yeah, I might as well. It's a kind of a science and skepticism focused conference. I don't normally. I don't work in that space on a day-to-day thing, so I figured, hey, I might as well just talk about what I know. Hey, Fiat, welcome in, and thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Yep, actually, I think if we're being finicky about it, the actual anniversary is tomorrow. But for whatever reason, Twitch they give you 48 hours of affiliate anniversary uh, celebrations. Which, all right. I mean, I'll take a double birthday. But yeah, no, but yeah, I think yeah, because I started streaming. I I started streaming Whiteout while I was still a regular Voyager player in October of 2022. I didn't start playing Stalker, let alone Loper, until I became a streamer. Go figure. No Dark Work. I just well again. Uh, I am tempted because I really do like that challenge, but I do want to at least get one full tournament run in the books before I start messing about. Okay, do we have the moose? It would be super cool if the game gave me the moose again, but I don't think the game is going to be super cool. And as it turns out, the game is not
Hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
going to be super cool. Okay, but, there's one more moose that could be up by Miner's Folly, so we're going to go there. Yes, Brady B. How about two? Yes! You play Dog Park? Ooh, nice, enjoy. Where'd you start? Did you do the thing where you do the masochist route and you start in Ash Canyon? But yeah. Oh, right. A couple of the. So I mentioned the live podcast of Fabulous Folklore. That was interesting. I also did a couple panels. One was on why do skeptics love horror? And I thought, I mean, horror can be very well done. But it was doing okay. It was okay. I don't know if it came to like an actual conclusion. You're doing a group projects. Made a batch for the wood. Hatch for the super complicated. That's not your show, which you don't want to do how she did, but look weird if you don't. Well, you can think of it as an opportunity to see things from someone else's perspective, even if that perspective is dumb. All right, we'll take a quick shot of coffee. One, because we got a climb up front, and we also got a raid. Pickle Lil, welcome in. Welcome in, Pickle Lil. Welcome in, friends. Thank you so much for the raid there, Pickle Lil. Let me give you a good and proper welcome here. How did your stream go, Lil? What did you get up to? Were you doing your tournament run as well? Yeah, please let us know. How did it go?
No. I'm not here yet. No.
She's not there yet.
No. No. Do not do it. Do not. No. 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 Go away. Go away.
Uh-oh.
Go away. Go away.
Ole!
I hate you.
Ole!
Oh, you bastard.
I don't know. Run! Run! Oh, darn. Oh. Well, thank you much for the congratulations, Pickle Lil. But yeah, how is your run going? Yeah, folks, if you're not already, yeah, please do go follow Pickle Lil. She's red, plays a lot of the long dark, but she's also a fellow variety streamer like moi. And for those of you who came in with Lil and you don't know me, hi, I'm Trooper Barry. As I say, I'm also I play a lot of games, also play a lot of the long dark, which we're doing right now, as you might be able to tell. That was the beginning of the end of that run. New run hype, kind of, sort of. So new run, day 9. Okay. Well, yeah, but yeah, now you got that run out of your system. Now you're going to do awesome. But good to see you as always. Oh, and if you do need to do any post-stream streamer care, hydrate, medicate, snackinate, please feel free to do so. But yeah, so was that all one run? Because I think that was your, if I remember you saying correctly, that was your first experience with No Goa. You got about 30 days. Yeah, for a first try, my first try at No Goa, I think I made like 2, maybe 3 days. So yeah, that is fantastic. Well done by you. Yeah, I am nowhere near that bold. As the stream title will indicate, I'm doing this on the stalker level because I mostly wanted to just get straight into killing stuff. You got to 30. First one was 15. Oh, okay. Hey, well, I mean, 15 for a first try is great. 30 for a second try is even better. I think my PP on Nogoa might be like 12-ish, something like that. But no, that is fantastic. Well done. And you still have like a month and a half to finish to get a full run in. So yeah, great. That is awesome. Your food is on your way. Well, good. Hope it arrives safely. Got to run from. Oh, okay. Got to run from D-dubs. All right. All right. You got this Fiat. Just drop a lure and then run. Or climb, as the case may be. God, I love Dark Walker. It's such a good challenge. Anyway, but yeah, so right now I think we're on day 36, and uh, we are at the point where we are going back over some of the bear and moose spawns. Basically, we're in search of high value targets for the most part. So we're gonna hit the high points. When the first time we came through Ash Canyon, we had the moose right at the Echo Ravine entrance. We didn't get it this time. So we're gonna check Miner's Folly. We're going to see if we need to have a chat with Boris. Maybe the moose will be there as well. Then we'll pop that back down to Timberwolf. We got the bear by the wing, so now we need to check on the bear that wanders by the engine up that little narrow path up to the Black Rock exit, and I want to check the deer clearing bear, and we'll look for the moose. We have the moose by the log bridge on the way to the deer clearing climb, so we'll hit that as we go. And once that's all done, I think, again, it's against my better judgment, but we got to go to Blackrock because we need some fresh spawns. Is that Games and Cookies? Another raid. Holy heck. Thanks so much for the raid, Games. Well, welcome in and welcome in, friends. You gonna heat up some soup? All right. Appreciate that. Well, thank you so much for the raid, Games and Cookies. Let me give you a good improper welcome as well. You playing TLD? So what were you up to? How does your stream go?
Let's go out and talk to the bear.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Oh, it's going all right.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
How's it?
Oh my! Let's not talk to the bear.
That's it. This is why we crouch when we leave the building. and thank you for that, Tier Forged. But yeah, welcome in, Games and Cookies. Welcome in, friends. But yeah, let me know. So what did you get up to in TLD? But yeah, folks, if you're not already, please drop Games and Cookies a follow. Another awesome member of our Long Dark community. And then if for and thank you for the congrats, Games. Appreciate that. And yeah, for those who came with the raid and you don't know me, hi, I am Trooper Barry. I also play a lot of the Long Dark. Play a lot of other games too, but Long Dark about half the time. We're currently doing our Furry Than Silence tournament run. Day 36. We're doing all right. So we're on search. We're on the search for more bears and moose. You killed bears and wolves and fish. But equally difficult, I'm sure. And hey, Andrea, good to see you as well. You're you have survived your October of hell. How 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 are you holding up? You you traveled out yet?
You know, you guys keep saying that this game is so punishing and this game is going to tear my heart out, but it hasn't happened yet. I have a feeling one of these two lovely, lovely boys isn't going to make it.
Hurry, hurry.
Oh, I think I know how that ends up. It's probably not well. It was all. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah, 'cause I know I heard you on the Halloween 3 episode of FAQ talking about your what you were up against. So I'm glad to hear it's going well. One more film fest this weekend. Nice. Oh, so did you go to Portland and see your and get your oh, 'cause I know you had a thing in Portland. It was like the place where you talked about Friday the 13th, the game, last time. I should probably feed Astrid real quick. Phantasmagoria, that's what it was. But yeah, okay, so did that go well? And I think I remember hearing about that. I think yeah, but I think I mostly know Phantasmagoria by reputation. You loved. Oh, good, 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 good. Yeah, because I know you are a person in high demand. Oh yeah, folks. I know I've been telling you to follow lots of people because again, you know, there's so many cool people, and I really appreciate everyone coming by. But yeah, if you are at all into horror, or even if just like hanging out with cool people with interesting, interesting communities, go follow Necromandria. She, yeah, I always have a great time hanging out with her on her channel. When she comes here, and she's got she's got her own podcast and magazine, her own media empire, if you will. He's good. Oh no, he's going the wrong way. But can you go flag him down, Goofy? You go intercept him before he gets too far off. Okay. One, two, yeah. Wow, 3 jerk faces out here. All right, well, better than Timbies, I suppose. All right, back. Hey, Wabajank. Welcome, welcome, and thank you so much for the felicitations. Thank you. Oh, that was a kidney shot. That might have been archery 5 for us. Yeah, that was suboptimal. I think the some of the curious pathing. There we go. That's how that's supposed to go. Good day. Oh, thank you, Waba. It's good to be back. Yeah, I appreciated the break, but it's also good to get back into the swing of things. Okay. Oh, Boris. Boris. ¿Dónde está? Oh, did the clip not fire, or was that just an especially short clip? Sorry about that. And hey, Zert, welcome in, and thank you so much for the the well wishes. But yeah, oh yeah. So to answer Andrew's question, I was actually in Dublin for Halloween, and it was odd. I mean, it was cool seeing like well, it was cool seeing Dublin, period, but also like seeing it all done up, and but also like part of the town was done up for Halloween, and then other parts of the town had Christmas decorations up. It was kind of a weird tension in that. But yes, yeah, yeah, at a few days in Manchester at a conference, and then I got to spend a week in Dublin, hopping and bopping about, doing my usual, nerd tourist nonsense, museums and castles and such, and also went to, to see a cousin of mine who is gonna marry her Irish boyfriend in December. Hey, PHB, welcome in. Thank you so much for that. How are you feeling? Because I know you were in Koru's stream. You were feeling a little poorly. You doing any better now? Hope you got a nice good sleep in, and you, you don't have people in your household making demands of you and your time. But yeah, Dublin was great. It was like 10 degrees, overcast, breezy, and a little drizzly every day. It was heavenly. Loved it. So basically, exactly the weather Pickle Lil and Evie told me to expect. Okay, I'm not leaving here until we take care of. Oh, hello. Oh, right, one of you ran off. Hey, hello? Hello? Don't you stare at me. One of you could have gone to work, but you're trying to. No. You gotta take care of yourself, B. I mean, I know, me saying anything about it won't change things, but please do not feel the least bit guilty. You got, you got people who depend on you, so you got to make sure you are in fit and fighting shape. So absolutely, look after yourself. It's like your workplace isn't going to do that. All right, hang on. Before I do, and because I'm in a shouty mood, make sure y'all go follow Peach B as well. One of our hobbits.
Me and Cora were shocked like you wouldn't believe. I think she clipped it. Oh, you finished the story? Oh, wow. Sea of Thieves, what's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, Cora and I were like, oh my god.
Okay. Okay, nope. There are bones. So Boris is home. But I don't. Okay, and these are highly suboptimal bear hunting conditions. Well, what does that have to make do? Why I say, yeah. Well, sometimes people will clip things just they miss part of the stream, so especially if they're subs, they can rewind and clip and see what they missed. But yeah, sometimes people just clip something that's peculiar. But yeah, my pleasure. Hey, oh, pick a little back with soup. Nice. What kind of soup? We must know. Okay. Man, if I didn't get Boris or the moose, I'm gonna be, highly upset. Well, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Oh, there's a cloth in there. Yeah, Astrid could use quick little nappy poo. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe let some of that fog burn off. Yeah, see? Okay, let's remind myself. Where are we? Okay, yeah, we're only at cooking 3 and a bit, so we don't have we don't have cooking 5. We have archery 5, and we're a good way to rifle 5. Mixed between pumpkin and chowder. Ooh, that does sound good. It was pumpkin, you added smoked fish, corn, and cream. Dang. As we are following in the grand tradition of Twitch chat making the streamer hungry. Beat, you got pumpkin maple soup, but you're not a fan of the maple. Oh. I mean, yeah, pumpkin soup is good. Excuse me. I'm not sure I've ever had pumpkin maple soup. Ugh, excuse me. You got your food, Goofy? Good, good. Hopefully it was, still nice and piping hot, as Indian food should be. You're low on water. Oh wait. I should have water up at was it Foreman's. Let's see. Yeah, the only thing walking about should be either the moose or Boris. So let's get the rifle out. That is not helpful. Yeah, the the atmosphere has not improved in the slightest. All right. Yeah. Let me. Uh. See, now I'm torn. Cause like I don't. Part of me wants to stick around until the fog clears, so we can just, like know for sure, if Boris is about. And part of me just wants to cut bait, go back to Timberwolf, and then take our chances there, because we are very much on the clock. I think we have like what, we're on day 36. Yeah, day 36. Did I? Okay, I did not. Oh no, I did. I did make water. Yay. Okay. Hooray for past me. Yeah. Let me leave a little room for coffee, just in case. Oh yeah, I must have finished that. Okay. Uh, 28%. I don't think so. Yeah, food poisoning will put us down for 10 hours, and that is not helpful. 10? Yeah, 10. I got the drugs, I just don't have the time.